to the Podsack Podcast. It's your boy, Andre Sheldon and Coop. We're here to talk about anime and gaming news, featuring the new.
That was nice.
That was pretty
Welcome, everybody, back to the Podsack Podcast, where anime, gaming, and pop culture collide. I'm Sheldon.
I'm Andre.
Anil.
And Cooper's in the background today. Pat is
Back here.
got called into work a little bit early, so he's not here today. But we've got a pretty jam-packed show. We've got Bungie's art theft scandal. Square Enix
Starting off real strong.
It's not a scandal anymore. It's a straight up crime.
Yep. Square Enix scrapping a Kingdom Hearts game.
To work on another Kingdom Hearts game.
Yep. Fire Force and Windbreaker reviews that are going to be coming up. And a debate that might tear us apart a little bit, where dubs versus subs are a thing again.
Again?
I don't know why this is happening.
It's back.
It's back. But we're going to start with answers for Andre today. Hit it.
Got a question, don't delay. It's answers for Andre.
Yes, sir. So, question of the week. Now, boys and girls,
He's
this
gonna
is
quit his job and actually go into jingling.
this is pretty straightforward. Best dual wielding swordsman in anime. I got 6 of them.
Who gave you that idea? Andre.
This was a collab question from Mr. Sheldon himself.
90% me.
True. I added the
10%
He
was
only added like one extra person.
the 6th character is the 10%. So hold it in. Don't do it.
Mathematically, it's 13%. That's how it would go down.
I'll take the 13.
Don't kill our dad.
Yeah, like, don't kill the computer. Okay, so number 6, Sun Raku. Number 5, Kirito. Number 4, Mr. Ichigo, because technically now he has 2 of them, right? Number 3, we have Levi Ackerman. Number 2, we have Zoro. And number 1, we have Tengen from Demon Slayer. Kicker, no powers, straight sword.
So let me just make sure I got this right. It's Tengen, Sun Raku, Ichigo,
Levi.
Yeah. I can't remember the other two.
Zoro.
Zoro. Yeah.
Kirito.
Kirito.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. And you're saying who would win straight skills?
Just straight skills.
skills?
Like no power, no
Hockey.
soul thing, no hockey. Just straight. You pick up the sword, you see 5 other dudes, and you go, you're dead.
Okay. Right off the rip, Kirito's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead right away. That dude has no actual skill.
Okay.
Besides being in a video game, no actual skill.
And yeah.
Sun Raku's dead too. Because
Ichigo would be next.
But
He doesn't have any-
You can talk, just so you're aware.
Sun Raku's in a video game too, though.
True,
But
I
he's got
can talk.
skills.
It's like you can say
is
His
he-
reaction time.
Sheldon's right.
it's
Sheldon's
like-
100%
It's
right.
Sun Raku, not his
No.
human form.
Oh,
No,
okay.
The thing is, Sun Raku also, he's kind of like the Dark Knight in this.
Yeah,
Where, like
100%.
he always comes back. Like
Sun
nothing
Raku, in my
phases
opinion,
him.
is a better fighter than Kirito and Ichigo.
Yeah.
I agree.
100%. With the skills that he has and his reaction times, godly. Like, if we're talking no powers,
Yeah.
he's got more skill than those
Yeah.
two.
Ichigo gets rocked. too
Ichigo
many
just
times.
swings.
Yeah.
That's all Ichigo does.
I mean, he
There's no-
swings.
Without
there's really no battle IQ.
Without Getsuga, he's literally been rocked every single time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Absolutely. And then I think it would honestly come down to Tengen and Zoro.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, hand to hand. Tengen
Where
and
you
Zoro.
think Levi would fall in that?
Levi would also get rocked.
Levi would end up. It would be a tie between him and Sun Raku because of how like.
Sun Raku would kill him.
Because Levi's good. Don't get me wrong, but
He's only good in the air.
Bang. He has the jump jets make him like crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his spinning attacks wouldn't work on the ground.
True.
Yeah.
Yes. This
So-
is.
But are we forgetting about adaptability too as well?
Sure, he's
'Cause-
adaptable, but he like with that blade, his only skill is for killing titans, not humans.
And the blades do break super easily.
Exactly.
They're like giant exacto
Yeah.
swords. They snap super easy.
Yeah. So my thing would be Zoro and Tengen, and between the two,
It'd be Zoro, I think, because of just
Straight sword though.
because of how
fair. But Tengen went toe to toe with an upper moon demon.
Well, poison with one arm.
Poisoned with one arm.
Yeah.
With one hand.
I
And
love
like-
how Broly's just straight up on the table.
there is the theory and debate, like, is the Hashira powers, are they flashy or are they just like actual
And
powers?
according to the author, it's just Flash. The man has real skill.
Man has like actual
he's the
skill.
most skilled swordsman out of all of them.
Yeah. My only thing though is Zoro trained as a child,
Yeah.
being a swordsman, compared to Tengen, who was trained as a ninja. So I think I'd have to give the edge to Zoro.
And he also
unfortunately.
trained with like the world's best swordsman in the One Piece universe.
Yeah. So yeah, I've never seen
And
it.
we haven't really seen Zoro's peak yet either.
True.
And we've seen Tengen's.
True. Yeah. So
If you can, and also there's that feat of.
But
yeah,
isn't
he did
it like
use-
at this point Zoro's using his power, right? Like
No,
he's-
no,
really not
this
really-
is just straight skills.
no,
straight
I
skills.
know, but like what
and a
he's
lot of
training is just
and a lot
his
of
power at this
Zoro's
point.
power is just swords moves that he's made up.
like flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like that Onigiri one, that's not hockey or anything.
That's just him being a BA.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
his base attacks that are that strong.
That's fair. Yeah. I personally think out of all of this, I do think Zoro could win, but I think Tengen would give him
it would be a
fight. Like a fight.
Actually,
I know-
I'm going back to. I'm going to Tengen.
No,
The
wait,
God
wait,
of
wait.
Flash has got it.
Let me ask you something.
No.
Okay. Let's throw it to solo leveling.
See, I was
No,
Ooh.
Jinwoo would die.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was gonna involve him.
Fair.
But it's all magic based and everything.
Like I don't. Yeah. Like
If you go
I think if
base
anything, I
stats, yeah.
replace Jinwoo or Kirito with Jinwoo.
I thought about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought. But you know, at the same time, like I don't think I've seen Jinwoo like fully just go straight swords without using some type of power
Yeah.
as a side piece,
Because
He
he
would
always-
need to fight another swordsman
And
or
that was
another dual
Egress.
wielder.
like Sun. But I feel like Sun could take him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree. So
It would be a tie between like.
So I'm saying
Tengen and-
Tengen.
yeah.
It'd be like.
You got to pick one. You don't get
Yeah,
a tie.
it'd be 5-5 though. Like,
no, you don't get a tie. Pick
oh,
one.
and then it's Zoro in my opinion. Like, not a low diff.
It's,
Mid-diff.
it's hard because I feel like that would be a fight for sure.
Because we haven't seen Zoro's peak, and at his peak, at his like his thing, he does make a damage on supposed to be the most unkillable man, which was
So
Kaido.
you're picking Zoro.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you picking?
Dang it. This is hard because I feel like both of them are like very skilled. No powers, could just like toe to toe. But I
And he's
mean,
got a sword advantage too. He's got the one in his mouth.
no, it's two. Like
Or he
two.
just gets used to.
Has to be two.
That's fine then. Still two. Homeboy's nuts with one.
Who are you picking?
Cut a train with one fucking sword.
Why'd you
I don't-
swear?
I don't
past 10 minutes.
necessarily.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're definitely not.
No.
Where are we?
No.
We're only
And
like
he gives the cue from when we're
Oh,
past.
bro.
yeah, I'll give you a
can't.
cue.
You just can't go off the. He'll give. The cue.
I'm gonna go with Tengen because I respectfully just haven't seen many Zoro fights.
That's where I'm at.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
legitimately what I was
I've
just
seen,
gonna say.
I've seen Zoro's like
Yeah,
Zoro
and that's fair
fights.
for you. I don't want to say it and then be like, oh, well, you just ride the One Piece train. Blah, blah, blah. No, respectfully, I respect it, but I can't say Zoro because I had never seen him like pop off. That's
That's
Tengen
fair.
pop off.
That's fair.
So-
That's fair.
But
I'm
that's
watching One Piece right now. So eventually, I may get there, but we'll see.
yeah, but that was the
Where
answer.
are
episodes
you
are
at
at?
now?
Question for the
83.
week.
83. So like at the
Episode
Alabasta arc?
83.
Bro, I walked
Right at
in.
the-
They
I
just
came
got-
over
they're in
last
the
night.
Grand Line.
I saw this on the show
Oh,
on
so
the
they made
TV,
it
and I was
past-
like, "What the hell?"
Did
And
you
he's
already
like,
face-
"I'm
did you
watching." I
already
was like,
past the
"Who
Alabasta
are
arc?
you?"
Honestly, I don't remember names. I just remember two giants fighting each other, and that was
This is why he didn't watch the full.
Dory
83.
and
He was
Broggy?
half
Yes.
phased in and out.
Okay.
TV's on and he's
is there a blue haired chick with them still? Vivi?
yes.
Okay, so it's not. You haven't got to the crocodile fight yet.
Crocodile was mentioned though.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
So you're gonna
Crocodile
get to a
was
sick.
mentioned.
You're gonna get to a sick arc.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. One Piece is good. Super
I
long.
pay
though.
attention, dog.
Do you?
Yeah.
One Piece is good. It's just super, super long because they're fillers. If you just skip through the fillers, you can get to.
But then you're not actually watching the show. You're
You can,
skipping
exactly.
stuff. Oh.
It's like
no, I
Naruto.
was gonna swear
Stupid.
again.
I'm not skipping shit. I'm watching it through and through. Through and through, dog. That's what's happening. Now, let's get to Bungie.
Yes.
Big controversy dropped yesterday. It's been in a little bit of talks. They have stolen artwork from a small artist. it was accusations, but it came out to be true because they admitted that they stole the damn
They were
art.
like, yeah, you got us for damn.
Yeah, they
Sorry,
went,
guys.
Yeah, they
Sorry,
went
yeah.
on stream yesterday, and they addressed it and was like, "Oh, one of our team members in the past that we know that is no longer with us stole this art from this artist."
Yeah.
And
Some
they're
low
like,
man, some low man just got axed because of higher ups' faults.
it wasn't just higher up; it was a whole team thing.
Yeah.
So more information came out. People did deep dives into this stuff, and we have learned that it wasn't just one person that was doing this. There was like a team of people following this artist, taking her assets and using them in their game.
On top of everything, like you just said, they followed this artist,
Yeah,
which is crazier.
yeah, and it was like, why? Because she was small, a small artist that
Yeah.
nobody knew about.
Like,
So they
there's-
thought they could get away with it.
There is inspiration,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
there's full blown
Or like,
plagiarism.
yeah, and just like, hey, you could have just called her, like, hey, we like your things. Can we use it in our game?
We're
We'll
making
pay
a
you."
game. We would love to feature some of
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah,
It's that.
the artist is named Anti-Real.
Anti-real, yes.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if we met, but it's for Marathon. I can't
Yeah.
remember if I mentioned this. In the
You
beginning.
just said Bungie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's for Marathon, this big extraction shooter that's coming out that they're really putting way too much effort into, in my opinion, which I think is going to fail.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. And they took this.
You think a lot of things are gonna fail?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I think it's
You kind of it's proof is kind of in the pudding though.
at this
Yeah.
point. I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
But
I-
like,
Besides Destiny, what other like property does Bungie have? I haven't heard of besides Halo now.
I was gonna say,
But like they're putting that going onto like the
Right now, their
PlayStation.
only IPs that are active and will be active is Destiny and Marathon. They got nothing
Yeah.
else going on.
yeah.
They have-
But like you said, like any small artist looks in their emails, their junk folder, Instagram, and sees Bungie.
Yeah, they'll be like, ho ho ho.
They're immediately like easy.
Yeah.
That's an easy bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Anti-Real was the one that called them out on this too.
Yeah.
Like there were specific designs that they found, like images that she found, and it was just game over.
Yeah, because I think she started her stuff in 2017, and coincidentally, Marathon was in development and started in 2018. So it's like,
And that's when like a team of them started following her
yeah,
just to get like inspiration, but it wasn't inspiration.
yeah. Or they could have been following her prior, and then right when it started in development, hey, let's just
Yeah. So on the stream, they said it was just on one person. However, the internet doing its thing found out that it, like I said before,
interneted.
yeah, did its thing. And like I said before, they found that it was a whole team, including the creative director, is what they're saying, followed her.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Excuse me.
Big oversight issue.
Mhm.
Like,
This isn't the first time.
no. No, they've been accused of plagiarism before.
Yeah,
but
4
this
times
is now
in
like
the past recent
From
years.
third party things, this is the first in-house thing.
When you say follow her, you mean follow her on Twitter.
yes.
Yeah, they're not following her home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not stalking.
No, no,
her.
no,
Give
no,
us
no,
your
just to clarify.
Yeah. Yes. The whole team followed her to her house.
Yeah.
Was like, what can we take from your home?
She just left the
Where's
coffee
your
shop.
art, woman?
Yeah. It's a little disappointing coming from Bungie because they're all about community support. And now they're taking support literally from the community. I don't know how I could really support them going forward. Like I told you, I was about to download it last night and then
Yeah.
I saw and I was like, never mind.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
you were gonna download Marathon.
No, I was gonna re-download Destiny 2.
yeah, because like
Oh.
on
Yeah.
the flip side, they are doing cool things, but like now it's like there's a sense of like ick,
It says yes.
and
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
it's like okay,
Like a big studio like that stealing from a smaller artist is not okay. And now it kind of plays into question how many other big studios have done this to smaller artists.
oh, I mean, there are probably tons of things. You know, you could say like companies. You know, I guess like the biggest one to say like coffee shops taking famous photographers' photos and using them as pictures in their shops or something, and then thus photographer being like, that's my actual work, can pay me,
Yeah.
right? So like there's all kinds of ways and examples that this could be
It's
done.
crazy because I was saying this earlier, but Bungie legitimately cheated in the worst way. They didn't even alter it. Like they just used identical things.
For some,
Screenshot paste.
yeah, for some things they did try to change up some of the other images so it wasn't exact copy, but they said a lot of assets they had to get rid of. Or sorry, they said a small amount of assets they had to get rid of. They're saying a small, but really, is it really a small amount? I don't think so. But they also said on top of that that they're going to be looking at their other assets now to see if anything else was copied from any other artist ever.
And at that point,
at this point, you might as well just scrap your game and restart it from scratch.
Yeah.
scrub everything, right?
Yeah.
And just like
Maybe not the whole game, but I mean a lot of the
Well, you got
assets.
7 years of stolen things.
if that.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. You'll have to change a lot of the art style, but I don't think that the game engine or anything like, or how that runs is going to need to be changed in any way.
I don't trust you.
Fair. Yeah,
Get out
that's
of
fair.
here.
Like mechanic
You're
wise,
gonna hit me.
absolutely fair. That
Get
makes
out of
total
I don't
sense.
trust
More
you.
like
Yeah.
it's definitely going to delay the game. I'm not saying that, but like it's not going to, I don't think it's like, oh, we need to go back to the drawing board at this point. It's like, no, just change
Visually,
those
they have to
assets.
change
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
there's gonna be
visually,
a lot of
like-
assets that are gonna change, and a lot of things that will look different now. But
Yeah,
it'll that's probably an extra year on them at least.
I'd say probably like an extra 2 years realistically, man.
To change the art?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now
Like,
they said that they did reach out to
to
Anti-Real.
steal someone else's art takes another 2 years. Come on, dude. They'll find someone else.
No, but the thing is, it's not like the entire game. It's not like the entire game's like model was that. They did steal a lot of that, but they're just assets. It's like the assets that are stolen are the ones that they're gonna have to remove and replace, but that's not gonna be the entire game. They're not just gonna break it down because it's not. The game itself, the engine and how it runs.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything
gonna
like
be
that,
fine. It's
and
just
just
their-
the environments and everything like that aren't gonna need to be changed. These small little assets, yeah, they are gonna need to change, and it will take time, but I don't think it's a whole
Yeah,
game breakdown.
fair.
Yeah,
Now
that's a fair point.
they did reach out to Anti-Real and they did apologize, and apparently they're working something out with her. On the live stream, they've been getting questions from live audiences. One dude was like, "Why don't you just hire her and then pay her for all the work that she did?"
Like back payer.
Yeah,
Just
back pay her
yeah.
and just like go from there. And the dude was like, the creative director was like, "Yeah, we would like to do that. We're trying to figure something out." And this dude, as he's talking, just looks dead inside. Like he knows he screwed up.
I don't get how like someone asks you that and you go, "Yeah, I'm trying." It's just like, don't try, just do
Just
it.
do it.
Just shoot her a message like, "Look, I fucked up. I apologize, and I want to make it up to you by not only back paying you, but hiring you as maybe like a lead here."
Now, I think the problem is though, she knows what kind of money they have, and she'll probably try to get what it's worth.
Oh,
At
and
this point.
then on top of that, it's like,
She'll probably get more out of it.
do you think
Yeah.
she really wants to be like, "Okay, guys, no problem. I'll like
No.
There's obviously some
Because they'll make her
dignity.
sign. They'll
Mhm.
make her either that or they'll make her sign like a sneaky contract. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
now we own your property.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure as like a freelance, she maybe
well,
wants
they
to
can't
keep.
because they're saying they've said that they're going to be deleting it. That
Cooper.
they're going to get rid of the assets and like the artwork that they use from her. So he was fine. He wouldn't have done anything. It's chill.
Now you got him.
Just straight right hook him.
So how does this make you feel? Like I'm just curious what your guys' feelings on this with Bungie being what they are now. Realistically,
I mean, like it's just it's kind of shitty because like on the flip side, like I said, what Destiny is doing, you know, they announced a whole Star Wars thing. Like they're doing some like cool things that I'm like, that's kind of cool. But now it's like in the back of my mind, it's like, but what you've done is really shitty.
Mhm.
What you've done is just is and like it's an ugly stain that no stain remover could really kind of get rid of.
Yeah, like,
And it's just it might be a ball and chain that just you kind of carry forever now.
yeah.
So
I
for
think
you-
this game. It's also to say that Marathon wasn't like a groundbreaking game that they were coming out with. This was a game that
No,
like,
but they were
Bungie-
trying to make it a really big deal for them.
Exactly,
Right? Like
they
they
were.
wanted it to be better than Destiny, and now it's done.
and right off rip, they're
Yeah.
they're to an absolutely horrible start. This is probably the worst thing that could happen in this game.
Although there are Bungie fanboys and fangirls that are like, who cares?
Bungie can do no wrong.
Yeah,
dude.
they're
They
literally
made
like, who cares?
Destiny.
It's a small artist. Just pay her off and get going.
But they can't care that the Bungie fanboys aren't going to carry this game.
No,
to
they're not.
success.
No.
Like this game needs outside people. And now that people are seeing like, oh, what the hell? It might be one of those things where just because the information and the news is out there now and it's getting to more people and more people are hearing about it, you never know. People might pick it up. That
Mhm.
it might work to their advantage, but it's hard to see it doing that.
Fair. That's fair. With you being not a fan, well, you don't really play Bungie games.
No, not anymore. I haven't played like Halo was the biggest one I played.
Yeah. What do you think about all this?
It's just real shitty because one, you're stealing off of someone's literal fucking food off their plate, and like you guys could have got a different art. Like I haven't seen any of this person's art or like anything about this game.
I mean, if you saw a marathon, you saw our art.
No, okay, basically, I haven't seen any gameplay. I haven't seen any gameplay on this, so
fair.
But like you could have hired her.
This may be the wrong type.
She could have given
like,
you different directions.
Her art's very like abstract,
cyberpunk steam.
Yeah,
cyber/steampunky ish.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I personally think it's cool.
Like if you
I use it as like a wallpaper.
It would remind you of like a cyberpunk thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like,
yeah, like
it's very cool.
They could have gave her like like you said, give her like a lead hand role. Like you can oversee this, and then throw out different ideas. Because we have maybe a couple more different games that we don't.
Yeah, because not only that, not only would you then hire another creative artist, you would then propel someone's career, right? And you would be doing like a good thing in the sense of community.
Yeah, and
so
also if that person
there'd be so many W's that they could have done.
And if that person knows more people like her, it was like, yo, this person does art just like mine, or this person does art. It could be like for a demon game, like this guy does like sick demon.
Yeah,
and like
and then like from that
boom.
Could stem if they do any like spin-offs or mobile games, just hire like smaller creators and just get them out there.
Yeah.
This could have easily been like
they're making so much money just off of Destiny 2 that they could have expanded their bag to a whole different level just because of the Destiny fanboys and the hardcore Bungie lovers that are like, yo.
Yeah, and people who make fan art, they could be like, look, like we love your fan art. Would you want to do something?
And
right?
this opens up for other companies too to be like, yo, Bungie found success with this person. We could do the same thing too.
Yeah, so
it's crazy that they were that pressed for creativity that they needed to steal them.
Yeah, I feel like there's I'm not mad. I'm really disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
I don't think it was more pressed for creativity. They're just doing shortcuts for it. Like, yo, we'll steal because no one knows. Because they 100% probably did get away with it in the past, and it was probably to such like a scale of, and they changed it that no one noticed. So they probably did the same thing again, but they didn't change it.
That's kind of what's in question now is like, what else has Bungie done? Right? Like, Coop, you brought up the lawsuit issue that they have going on with the Red War story, and like, I think like Trials of Osiris as well is in question for that.
Yeah, it's
like,
Trials and
maybe there
Red
is
War.
now people are gonna be like, maybe there is some legitimacy to this person who's suing Bungie and taking them to court for allegedly stealing his story. Yeah. It's like, what do you do? And now these developers, I don't think they can leave Bungie. Because if they leave Bungie, I don't think they're getting hired. I don't think any company's going to want to hire people that have stolen art from a smaller person.
Because you may just steal art from them and take it to Bungie. But hey,
and then they're going to be
what I got, brother. Hire me back now.
I digress. It's a bad look for Bungie.
Very.
It's a bad
Once a thief, always a thief, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I guess.
you steal one time, you're going to steal again.
I guess.
Klepto.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, let's get into Square Enix. Square Enix just announced that they've canceled a Kingdom Hearts
Missing link.
Thank you. Yeah, I can remember. It was missing something. I can remember.
Now, it is a mobile game, so no one really cares. It's not a big
It was a mobile
focus.
game?
It was a mobile game.
Oh, bro, get fuck out of here. Who cares? A mobile game.
Yeah.
What do you want? A mobile game or Kingdom Hearts 4?
Well, apparently it was supposed to tie in with what leads up into
to
4.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kind of like what they did with was it Chain of Memories? No, it was something else that led into 3.
Yeah.
It was like the backstory.
The gap of that.
Yes. Which I hate that they do that kind of stuff because they've done it with Kingdom Hearts in the past on like the GBA, the PSP.
God, yeah.
It was so freaking
Anytime
annoying.
I ask a Kingdom Hearts fan the story, the lore, they go, how much time you got?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
Because it's super convoluted.
It's very.
And the worst part is if you didn't play the in-betweens, you're missing chunks of story.
Yeah. Character pops up and you're like, who's this? Well, actually, if you play I don't listen. You know what I mean? Listen.
Absolutely. But to be fair, they have now made it all on disc. So like you can just access it however you like.
I get,
but it's not the same.
All 12 games for $80, bro.
I mean that's you know what
That's a steal.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 12 games.
Now, this kind of comes into light because Square Enix reported like a kind of a big financial loss on their end for the year. And they're refocusing on bigger AAA titles. They're now, it's kind of sad, but they're now going for quality over quantity. And I'm just like, why was that never a thing before?
Yeah.
Why was that not your goal from before? So
Why is that not a go off rip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now their focus is focusing on I'm saying focus way too much.
Focus.
On triple A games rather than small little games in between.
Fourth game in, guys, we should really focus on quality. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What about
It's
the other?
more because they were riding on the coattails of Kingdom Hearts 3 and also
Which 3 didn't do too hot.
It didn't.
No.
3 was
2
not-
is where the game peaked.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they
Two
were
wasn't
still
really
riding
well
on the
received.
coattails of being Square Enix.
Well,
Score and X.
NX.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not
Whatever.
coattails, but it's just like the hype for 3 was there and people bought it, but after they played it, they were disappointed.
yeah.
And now they're hoping now they're focusing all their efforts on Kingdom Hearts 4. It's a question now is when the hell is that going to come out?
And what's the quality of it when it does?
2041.
Yeah.
Release date. I mean, how long did it take for Kingdom Hearts 2 to come out? Like 10, 15 years.
God.
How long did it take for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out? Like literally 15 years.
Way too long.
They waited
Even
way
Goofy
too
is
long.
like, "Where you been?"
Yeah, no kidding. And yeah, and like I said, 2 is where it peaked, and after that, people were like, "Yo, hit me again."
Yeah.
And Square Enix is like, "Hey, hang on, wait."
Yeah.
You know,
Now, people are kind of worried though with Kingdom Hearts 4 that the art style has changed.
It looks kind of
from the trailer, it looks very interesting.
Yes, but now
Looks like Final Fantasy.
That's the whole point. Is it's supposed to kind of introduce Kingdom Hearts into the world of Final Fantasy, but it's a world. People are tripping because they think the whole game is going to look way too realistic. But the fact they're in a different world, that's why the style has changed.
Yeah.
The minute he gets out, it's gonna go back to the original.
Yeah, because that's what the game does.
Disney style.
You go in different
Yeah.
worlds. He was like, I'm not even going to get into that argument because that's what the fucking game is. You go into different worlds.
And the appearance changes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you're in Monster Inc., you're a monster. Toy Story, you were a fucking
But
toy.
the fear, I think the fear though is people are now realizing what Nomura's style is. And Nomura, like I've said this for years, he's just too far up his own ass and he thinks he's God's gift to Square Enix that he's untouchable.
yeah. He's
But
like Addy Shanker.
But his stuff is so convoluted and way too high artistry that he kind of forgets about the story and the gameplay.
He doesn't give a shit. He's like, "Look at how cool they look."
Yeah.
Look at that. The hair flow looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
It's
I
like-
don't give a fuck.
He started as a
Circles jump.
He was a creative art person for Final Fantasy. And then he got promoted to like head whatever. And so he's just
It's winter. in his
technically
head.
kind of like running shit
Got it.
when it comes to those games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's,
Has anyone, like, have we all played Kingdom Hearts here?
No, I've never played.
I think
Kingdom
you and
Hearts.
me are the only ones.
Okay, fair.
I think
I tried to play Kingdom Hearts 1, and then I got to the point. I got to where you fight. I got to Agrabah, and I was like,
That's like barely anything.
"Yeah, bro."
Damn.
That's like the third world.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
damn,
was like-
dude.
I'm good.
To be fair, Kingdom Hearts 1 was their first entry. Combat was a little stale.
It was very, like, robotic in a sense of, like, not much to do. 2,
It was stiff.
2, they were like, let's throw in
They
everything.
cooked.
Let's do
they
everything.
cooked.
Two is okay.
Two is very
Two
good.
is they hit their
Is
peak
it
with two.
is it worth like? Should I just
But
plow
but
through it?
here's you need to play 1. I feel like
Okay,
no,
yeah,
you
that's
absolutely
fine.
need
yeah,
to
I'll
play.
play
you
one.
need to play
if
1.
I need to slow through it, I'll slow
And then you need to
through
play
it.
1.5,
I have the
and then
I
Chain
have
of
the-
Memories,
I have the collection.
which is 1.5.
and then wait a year, and then play.
I
Oh,
have
and-
the collection thing.
Yeah.
Not all the 12 games, but PlayStation has like 1, 2.
Oh
1.5.
yeah,
I
but
think-
yeah, but honestly, play like if you want to play 2 because 2 is very good.
2's
2
the
is
best.
acclaimed to be the best one.
No, 2 is the best.
Okay,
There's no claim.
thank you.
This is a title it has received amongst the fans.
Okay.
2 is the best.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but like. It's required you have to play 1 and 1.5 because then the lore and the context.
Well, if you play 1.5, you don't have to play 1.
okay, fair then,
Yeah.
fair,
okay,
fair.
so I'll just play 1.5.
yeah,
Yeah.
It like enriches
I thought you had to
2.
do 1. I thought you had to do 1 then 1.5.
No.
then 2.
Yeah,
So can I just do 1.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's basically 1 and then the in-betweens, and then you go to 2.
Okay, I'll just do that.
And
Yeah.
2 is where better story.
combat's elite.
Oh, combat is so fluid.
The summons are sick as
Oh
hell.
my god, it's
Yeah.
so good.
I heard Donald Duck is the strongest magic user in all like
Well,
Square Enix's.
There's a there's a
Kingdom-
conversation.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, that's what they established because of the magic. the magic move he uses called Tetra Flare is considered the strongest magic in all of Final Fantasy lore.
Yeah.
And only one other person used it, which is Bahamut. Oh, well, it makes sense.
Donald's just hitting fucking Tetra.
That's where Flare comes from. And so like Bahamut was the only one to use it.
Yeah.
And now that Donald Duck is able to use it, he is now considered to be the strongest in Square Enix lore.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it was
Can
Shantoto,
you
but
imagine?
it's a whole other
Just
thing.
a guy, he's like, they're like Donald.
Shantoto's from Final Fantasy 11. It's another online Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
launched when the PS2 came out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
But
was-
yeah, play 1.5 and then
See if
just
it's on there.
Gorge.
play 2. Exactly. Yeah, 2 is so good. But other than that, is that all for kind of KH4?
Yeah, that was pretty much it for
Nice.
KH4.
Nice.
Let's get into Windbreakers.
Windbreakers.
Break some wind, dude.
After the last episode where it was so heartfelt,
Mhm.
we got into some action again finally. And I was just
Yeah.
like,
Wh-
whew.
I even said, I'm like, if this is another Sakura finding out that he has friends, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Homie was ready to crash out.
Yeah.
He was,
I
he was,
re-
He was pissed.
he was so like
Aw.
sick of Sakura and like powerful. Like, I don't
Right.
need friends, but I like friends, so I'll take
Because
the
it's
friends.
like common fucking main character niche. I have friends. What? Like, I get it. I get it. Let your team fucking handle it, dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but let your team handle it.
Trusted someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And-
literally said, Sakura, we got you. And he's like, so what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
So we start with the crew, Sakura and crew, hanging out with Tsubaki again. They go off to the red light district.
Cross-dressing
Uh,
powers.
No,
there's
no,
a short
it's
clip.
Suo.
There's
Oh,
it's a very short clip of guys just chasing a girl in an alley.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
It's
They're like, get that bitch.
And then
Where'd that
quickly
bitch go?
it cuts to the gang and they're walking they're walking around. It's Sakura, Suro, and Nire.
And Kese, they're on Kese Street, which is in
Right.
the red light district.
Wait, no, they get there later. They're talking about they're talking about
I let him
Tsubaki.
just kind
Yeah,
of
don't
go
jump
on.
the gun. He's leading us right
I'll
now.
lead, I'll
Lead it.
lead you guys. So
He's our
Sakura,
narrator.
Suro, and
He is.
Nire, they're walking and
Yeah, Patrick, at least we have one.
they're having a conversation.
What just a shot to Patrick, dude.
Poor guy just trying to make a living. You're like,
It's okay. We took a shot at you last episode.
Yeah, we did.
you motherfuckers.
We take shots at every one of us, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
They're kind of talking about Nire and Sakura's. They're giving them support in
Right.
a way. Suo's kind of giving
Because
them
Nire
support.
was like, I can't fight. And Sakura was
Exactly.
like, I can't fight, but I don't need you all. But I
Exactly.
kind of do need you all.
Yeah.
And then they also are talking about Tsubaki and how they're wanting to go and see where she's at. And
Right.
they find out that she's at
The
Keisei
red
Street.
which is the red light district, which is crazy. Teenagers should not be going to a red light district. They should be barred from there. Like, but Japan
don't-
has weird laws. So
Can't
it is
just
what it is.
stroll on in.
You know,
Yeah.
they didn't overdo it though. There wasn't like any real.
This wasn't Fire Force.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
It was a classy red light district. It was like kids are welcome and we're not gonna be
It
gross.
seemed like the whole time that like people approached them to like come into my establishment, it was just like restaurants and bars,
Yeah.
and I was like,
They're like, no, we're minors.
Well, like
no,
a
we're
girl
minors.
comes up to Sakura and she's like,
Master.
Master, and he gets all flustered. He's like,
Yeah.
Master, what the?
That was like
Yeah.
when she said I was like, that's a
That was the
15-year-old
closest
boy.
thing- that was
That's
the
a
closest-
15-year-old boy. What are you like 22?
Yeah.
How you calling him master, dog? That's crazy.
That's why he got started. He's like,
every man's dream.
Yo, that you know what? True.
You
Fair.
heard-
me up, dog.
You heard him. Ladies, listen. Call your boy a master once in a while.
And then Nire starts freaking out too because he's like, I don't think we should be here, guys. This is too much.
Yeah.
We're not adults.
He's
My
like-
virgin eyes.
Yeah, he's like the Catholic kid of the group. He's like, guys, we shouldn't be here. God wouldn't want us here.
And then as they kind of go on, they look up because they hear a girl screaming and falling from like a goddamn window. And we're just like, what is happening?
Hallelujah.
And Sakura's like, huh? And she's like, oh, catch me. And she's like, oh. And then they land on each other, but not in those fan service.
Not in a
ways.
69
Not
Not in
way.
a Dan to
Tamaki.
Dan.
Yes.
Not like Dan to
Not
Dan.
like Dan to Dan.
Yeah, where they're
Thank you.
69ing and all of a sudden his fucking toes in her mouth or some shit.
Exactly. You know, like,
Yeah.
it was clean. It was clean. her head was on his stomach or chest.
No, it wasn't.
No,
her,
they
just
were
her
laying.
body was on
They
her
were laying
chest.
across.
Yeah,
from
like
each
they,
other.
yeah.
they made a Christian T. They made a cross.
They made a lotome.
Yeah.
They-
Awful.
They lost him to IRL.
We'll get there later.
Well, yeah, it was so she wakes up, or sorry, she gets up and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, thank you." And Sakura's like, "What the fuck? Where'd you come from?"
Yeah, and she's like,
Where'd you come from,
well,
Cotton
I
Eye
need
Joe?
to go, so I'll see you later. But then these hoodlums, these gangsters show up.
Yeah, finally, we
These
found you.
Sorry,
ne'er-do-wells.
hoodlums wasn't the right term because hoodlums are reserved for younger people.
Yeah.
These are like full ass adults.
Yeah.
They're like, that girl owes us, you owe us
These
money.
goons.
You need to come with us right now. And Sakura's like,
Come here, bitch.
no, no, you're not coming
Just hits
forward.
the hardest NO.
Who else was with them? iPad
Suo.
guy.
Suo.
Thank you.
Suo, Nire, and Sakura.
That's who
Yeah.
it was. Thank you.
And he's like, you guys are chasing. He's like, these many guys to chase one chick, and you're gonna say or else. Get out of my face, pussy.
There's like 40 dudes.
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's like
yeah.
40 guys.
Yeah.
Grown
they're
men.
all like,
huh?
These are like young men. Like,
Don't fall.
from
please.
like 19 to like 27, I would have to say. They're like college students. at this
Yeah.
point.
So then Sakura and Nire are
And
like,
Suo.
yeah. Sorry. No, Sakura and Suo are about to throw down, and Sakura hits Nire. Don't like protect her.
Well, he tells Suo and Nire to like protect.
Yeah.
Right? But then Suo's like, I'm one of the best fighters.
yeah.
Well, why am I standing in the
So
background?
then he tells Nire protect her, and this is the from the context of the last 3 episodes. This is the first time that Sakura kind of has to let Nire just do his thing.
well, yeah, because Nire is like, no, I can do
Like,
this.
trust
Yeah.
me, bro.
Like,
I got
I
this.
will
yeah,
protect her.
this is like the first time he's like, I can lock it down.
Yes.
Like trust me.
Like he's still unsure, but he's like,
This is like when your
you can
weak
see
little
Nire,
brother
he
like stands
needs
up to your
do this.
abusive dad.
What?
This is like when the weak little brother's like, I can fight dad now.
what?
You're like, no. Don't worry.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about
You
it.
need to stop diverging to really dark places.
No.
And that's not really what it was like.
It was
just,
to me. It was like a little man standing up. He's like, I got this, boys. He's like, I can protect her.
you've got some issues. Huh?
I know I do.
This isn't therapy.
This is not your therapy.
It
vibe,
is!
Okay, no, it's not. This is not what this is about. We're here to entertain people, not get into our personal lives.
Hey guys, I've been falling off a cliff mentally, and I just really need to just get this out here on pod. Like I need some therapy.
I'm gonna make an
Shut
alt
up.
account and comment and be like, that guy sucks.
Then I'm gonna make an alt account like, nah, he's wrong. That guy rocks.
Anyways, let's bring it back. Neri is like, no, I can do this.
Yeah, lock it down, dude.
And then we get into the fight, and the first scene is of Suo just one-arming a motherfucker.
He like snakes him, and then he goes, ha!
he kneels the shit out of him. It's a Neo moment where he's
Yeah.
just like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, bro,
I know
like
Kung
bro,
Fu,
like
but,
Mr.
like-
Anderson's him. Oh, like 100% just Mr. Anderson's him.
oh shit, that's good.
Yeah.
And the Sakura's just kicking ass all over the place. Like these guys aren't. These are grown men getting beat by teenagers.
Yeah, how do you deal with it? How do you go home?
I
or go
wanted
to
to
your boss?
highlight the cool punch and then Sakura ducking and kicking upwards, that perspective
Oh,
view
yeah.
Oh, the
of
POV
the
of that guy?
POV of the dude getting upward
Yeah.
kicked
And
by
just seeing like
Sakura.
blood, and he's like, what the?
Yeah, that's all you're like. Oh, what happened to me?
Why am I falling?
Yeah. And they're getting rocked. If I was a grown man that was in a gang,
I'm like, oh, obviously.
See, okay, wait.
and I got my ass kicked by 2 teenagers.
Not even that. If I can imagine it's like a semicircle and people are just kind of like following suit. If I'm next in line and I see guys and the kids are just rocking my friends, I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
And like Coop
Mom
said,
was right. Mom
and like
was
Coop
right.
said, there
Mom
was like
right.
maybe 30, 40 of them
Yeah.
there. And 2 kids.
I see 20 adults getting rocked by 2
Yeah, I
kids.
changed my job.
I'm not like, yo, Tim, we shouldn't be like.
I'm going back to school. I'm going back to school.
you know-
Okay? I'm going to become like a social worker at this
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go hug my mom and tell her I love her because she was
I
right.
would walk into the like
I was not
into
made for this
the 2
life.
kids, turn around and be like, yo, can I join you
This
guys?
is my application for McDonald's.
Yeah.
This is where I'm working.
Yeah.
now.
So the next scene, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's either near our Suo or Sakura, and we see someone charge Nire.
It's
and this is
Sakura.
kind of like
It's both of them. It's Sakura. You
and
see
this
the guy,
is kind of like the moment where it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And we get some context of
It's a
Nire.
flashback.
Nire, long story short, Nire comes up to Suo and he's like, look,
That'll be the transition.
and he's like, look, can you help me at least fight?
He's like, I want to learn to fight. And then Suo's like,
Suo,
no, you're
Suo,
gonna learn to defend yourself first.
Firstly, defend yourself.
You're not an aggressor. You're a defender.
Yeah. Which, it kind of fits Neri's bill.
Yes.
He kind of seems like he would defend more rather than just full blown charge you.
Yes.
So they're on
Because we saw what happened.
Oh yeah. So they're on the embankment, and Nier is taking notes, and Suo's like, "Don't take notes, charge me." And he goes, "What?" And he's like, "Charge me, you're a bitch." Charge
Before
me.
this,
Listen
when
up,
they're just
nerd.
talking about the defending himself, Suo makes a really funny statement.
Oh,
that he's like, y'all should buy some. No,
He's
y'all
like, you should buy
some
pain relief
Band-Aids."
patches and band-aids. You're gonna get hurt a lot, brother.
I forgot, yeah.
Guess what? Shit kicking 101.
Yep.
Pain relief.
Yeah. So Suo tells him about the roly-poly tactic, and he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Charge me, you're a bitch." And he doesn't say that, but he goes.
Suo was really nice. about it.
Suo goes.
We're just taking this completely out of context.
Suo goes, "Charge me," and try and throw a punch, and he goes,
no!
"Oh yeah, okay." And he charges him, and Suo ducks, turns into a roly-poly, and Nire is eventually falling over him. And in the
he just
time
catches
Nire
him.
is like falling, he's like, "So this is the roly-poly tactic. What's gonna happen?" And Nire is like, and it's just like, it's hilarious how it's like he's falling, but he's having a full-blown monologue as Nire is falling. But yeah, essentially, you wait for your opponent to get like super close. Don't close your eyes, duck, and they trip over you.
Because
And that's that.
And then you can attack their legs.
A person is always aiming at your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's right at the last moment. If you duck, you lose it, and then as they're
Throw
coming
off
forward,
their weight completely. Bam.
they fall face forward, and then Suo catches them.
Yeah, and then
He's
and
like,
then
"See, I
And
got
then
you,
that's
brother."
that's what Nire did to that dude.
Nire did it, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, you kind of did it!" And I thought this was kind of cool. Right immediately after that, the girl goes, "Look out," and we see some dude just fucking full blown soccer boot, ready to just smoke Nire right in the head. I don't know if you guys caught
Yeah,
that.
I saw that.
But
I didn't know.
homeboy came in straight striker, and Suo caught it, and he's like, "This kid's still in training." And then fucking Mr. Anderson him again.
He's like, he's still learning. Why you gonna hit him?
After that scene though, Suo does the Saitama thing.
Yeah,
Remember?
where
Oh, he flicks him in the
Yes.
head.
So he shows him so he doesn't close his eyes. Then he flicks them.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah,
yeah.
he does exactly what Saitama
He's like,
does.
"Let's
in
go
One
get
Punch
lunch."
Man. Yeah, and then
And then they
"Let's go
leave."
get lunch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the flashback ends to fucking the roly-poly tactic.
Yes. Yeah. And we got to
Yeah.
that. And then eventually they just Sakura and
Nire.
Suo.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was gonna say Nire.
Yeah,
Suo end up wiping them all out.
just hands.
and then they start.
The Sakura does fight the kind of leader who was kind of leading the gang at that time,
It wasn't
and
even a fight. He beat the shit out
he
of
did.
him.
He
Yeah,
did.
he came
did
in
that
for a punch.
He
dope
did that
kick.
dope spinning kick to the head
Yes.
and just destroyed.
That was at the
him
end, yeah.
with
Because if
the
I'm not
very
mistaken,
cool impact
it was like
for
a
him.
first like a gut punch, and then I think he got rocked in the face a couple times, and then Sakura I think threw a punch. Homeboy ducked back, and he's like, "Haha, I got you." And Sakura like 360 right kicked him fucking to the
Right
dome,
kicked him and then
right like
brought-
into the ground.
Yeah, and then brought him down with it.
Yeah, super cool kick.
So now that we're done with the fights, they talk to this girl and they try to figure out what's going on, why were they after her,
Shikazuku.
and
Shizaku.
Shizuka.
Shizuka. And they find out, they do find out her name. And then as they start talking to her more, some big ass dude just comes out of nowhere and kicks Sakura. Luckily,
And Suo.
And he kicks both of them. They both go.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Men in suit, full blown.
I thought he only kicked Sakura because what I saw was Sakura was the only one that went back.
No, it was
while
both of them.
being guarded.
Yeah,
And
so
and what I saw was Suo looking back and be like, "Are you okay?"
oh yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, full blown flying kicks both the kids. They go sliding backwards. Sakura lowers his hand, and his hand's like slightly
It's
bruised a
tingling.
bit. Huh?
It's tingling.
Yeah. And we find out that he was just there to protect her
Yes.
because he thought they were
Attacking her.
attacking her.
Yes.
So he's like, "How dare you attack her? Oh my god, you're hurt." And she's like, "No, stop." And he's like, "No, you stop. I'm here to save you." I'm
And
tough.
then she slaps the shit out of the dude. She's like, "Listen to me, retard." And she's like, "Fucking, these guys helped me. They didn't hurt me." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys."
Did we get that dude's name?
Yeah.
Kanchan It's Nakamura, Nakatomi.
I couldn't get the full name.
Yeah, she just called him like Kanchan, right?
yeah.
And then as they talk, they finally talk it out and they're like, "Oh, you guys were helping her."
Yeah.
I get it.
My
now.
bad, boys.
My bad.
My bad,
I'm
Pip.
glad we were able to figure this out, and we learned that she's a singer.
Yeah, at the bar he owns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another crew comes up.
Well, no, first, so it's him, her, and the kids, and Sakura notices some guy stand up, so he fucking pushes him, and then he's about to
Deck some
swing
hard-
hand,
yeah.
but then some other cool guy in a striped suit, fuck Kia, Nightwing out of the air, and then we learn that it's basically that group and Homeboy are a gang.
Yeah, and he's
The Ropo-
Kanchan Ropo Ichiza.
Ropo e fucking cheese up.
And then they all have little tags, little tie.
Yeah, they are all stylish as shit though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little
Let's be
tie
real.
clips that say the Ropo
there
Ichiza.
are adults that have jobs. Yes. Which is what I said in the beginning. Was they're the fan club followers.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kanchan is the president. of
Yeah,
that fan
and
club.
for a split second, we thought there was going to be
also,
like an all-out fight because I guess back in the day,
Niri kind of freaked out, and it was like when he heard the name of Ropo Ichiza, he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!"
he's like, "We should leave."
Yeah, like this is not good. They used
God
to
doesn't really want us here.
they used to throw down with Furin, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what
yeah,
he said.
yeah.
before the
And then-
unification.
And then even
I
that,
don't even know what that means.
and then
Before Furin became unified and Umimema ran everything.
Okay,
and then
gotcha.
even that guy, he's like, "Oh, you guys are from Furin," and
Yeah,
I was
but-
like, "Oh shit!"
the environment, it changed.
The aura.
Yeah, like,
He's like, "Oh, you're
there
from
was-
Furin."
it
And
was
then-
tension for
Yeah,
a second.
and I
Like,
was
they were-
like,
Then
uh-oh.
Nire was saying like, yeah, we're fighting and stuff, and like these guys are also like legendary as well because they're also like a super.
They're a
streetball-
brawler
They-
team.
yeah, they just brawl, bro.
Yeah, and then the guy
It
goes,
suits their fight.
"Oh, that's why you guys, you kids are awesome." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
these kids are about to get rocked."
Come to my bar.
I wonder if they know who Umemea is.
They have to if they.
Because he's the leader of Furin, right?
Yeah, and they know
Umemea?
Tsubaki.
Umiyami?
Umami. Umami.
Umiyama.
We don't know how to say this dude's name. We
He's
don't.
been saying
I've
it.
been saying it. It's Umiyama.
Umami.
Your mama.
Umiyama.
No, that's how I say it, umami. And he hates it.
Your mommy.
Yeah, and then so they're like, okay, we're chill.
Come to my bar, boy.
They go to this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
I was
that.
sitting
That
there, I'm like,
was-
how long is he gonna just keep going until he's struggling?
I appreciate you.
That's why I got you.
And they go to this bar. Dudes are all around the stage. There's
No,
hands on
sorry.
a pole.
You missed
No, I didn't.
No.
He's like, I got the best part. Dudes on poles.
Shizuka asks why they're there, and Nira says, "Oh, we're here to meet our friend Tsubaki." And she goes, "Oh, Tsubaki-chan, she works at the same bar I do." And they're like, "Oh, really?" And then they go,
Yeah.
And then they see the hands on the poles. Guys are cheering this person
Like,
on the pole on. And then who is it? Tsubaki is working that pole.
Yo,
Running the shit out of that thing, doing acrobatic moves no other person could do.
She's like, "Oh,"
This is the fanfare we've all been waiting for.
he's like breakdancing on the pole, and I was
Yeah.
like,
That wasn't breakdancing, bud.
At
That
one-
was stripping.
At one
Alright.
point, they definitely had a scene where he popped his ass out,
Yeah.
popped it back in, and swung around that pole.
Yeah.
But guys were like, "Let's go."
he was yoked out of his mind by the way in biker shorts.
Yes.
Like dude was
Biker shorts and what, a
Tube top.
halter top, right? A halter
Yeah.
top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Tsubaki is fit as hell.
Yeah. Well,
There.
I mean, if he's one of the if he's one of the four kings, it would make sense. Like,
Yeah.
I would.
But
yeah.
but now I'm curious, like how Tsubaki can throw down in a fight.
which I think
You're gonna see.
I think this season we'll get that.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious.
And I feel like you've been saying it for a long time. He's gonna be a beast. I think.
I'm
Awesome.
I'm super excited. But yeah, it's just Tsubaki pole dancing.
Yeah, and like Sakura, Nire, they're all like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah.
We're disgusting. And they're all walking in like this.
I was like,
The
this
power
is
of
a
Christ.
teen- This is a teenager on a pole, man. How is this okay? I don't know, but Japan's got weird laws.
Yeah.
and weird-
Yeah.
And
So
then,
it is.
There's
what
no
it is.
fanfare, but there is child grooming.
yeah, and the episode ends with just Tsubaki kind of going, "Hi," and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Welcome to my naughty world.
I'm giving this. Okay, let's rate this episode. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what? 9 out of 10. Just for the pole, just for being brave enough to do the pole dancing bit.
Oh, I mean that.
And the
It's a
fighting.
part
The
of it.
fighting was
But
I
sick.
give it a 9 out of 10 for a lot of things. Introducing hands again.
Yep.
So many elements of this episode were very good. Not saying the others weren't, but I think this introduced a lot of things. And for being in the red light district, not sexualizing everything.
Yes.
I
Very good.
really appreciate that.
I appreciate that there's little to no fan service compared to like Dan to Dan, Fire Force.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, Tamaki, I'm
it's
looking at you.
Too much.
Way too
It's
much.
Yeah.
too much, man. And I think that's why I like, yeah, we kind of started weird with Windbreaker. Like they got the big fights and that was fine. And then a couple weird episodes that were slow. But you don't need the fan service.
No, and
This
they
shit-
don't.
This anime shows you don't need that.
They don't even over sexualize the diner bitch.
They don't over sexualize
So
anybody.
So what's her name?
It's okay. At this point, I can't remember her name either right now. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
I'll get her name, but
I'm gonna just,
Tanchan or something like that.
It's dying.
no, I know. Just keep going.
I can't. I need my notes, dog. You took away my lifeline. You took away my lifeline. Okay. But back to this, anyways. Yeah, like they don't need fan service to tell a good story.
No.
And they don't need those. Like most animes use fan service as like a comedic break.
Yeah, they don't.
They
need
don't
that.
need this.
No,
This just shows that there's good writing in
by the author.
yes.
Yeah.
Like he did. Like it,
He had
it
a-
doesn't need to be portrayed by
No,
anything else.
he just by doing like facial features or facial things of like when Nire or someone does something.
her name
stupid or-
is Kotoha Tachibana.
Yeah, Tachibana.
Cool. Yeah.
Diner bitch.
And you know, another thing I like about this is now they're showing Nire actually growing. Because typically when you get like that intellectual nerd guy, there's no real growth until like way later. We're getting it early now. Like this dude is actually wanting to be better like
Quick.
now.
Yeah.
He knows he's weak and he's like, I got to become stronger.
Because
if I
he
wanna
knows
be-"
if there's another throwdown, he doesn't want to be the guy that has to be babysat.
Yes.
No one wants to be that.
Yes, absolutely. He wants to contribute.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like his knowledge, I personally think his knowledge is enough, but him being able to defend himself now so that others don't have to worry, it for him is a big step forward.
Yeah.
And a big step in his character progression too.
Yeah.
Which is great character.
He'd be
development.
like, you know, this might be a weird analogy, but he'd be like the Orihime of a group where like they don't want to always sit on side and like be protected.
Yes.
They want to be like, look, I can lock it in.
Yes.
I can protect
I
people.
can fight and I can make sure I'm okay too. boy.
Yeah. Which
Like, give me someone weak.
which
I'll deal with it.
intel would then help the team focus on who they have to fight.
Yeah.
Because they're not like swing a punch, have to look back, get fucking rocked in the head, right? They
Yeah.
can focus all their fight.
Mhm.
And that's what Sakura's more afraid of is that because he can't protect them, the reason why he's there for that.
Yeah, because and I think something that I or all of us or skipped over is the part where the guy charges Nire. There's a moment where Sakura's like,
There's hesitation.
yeah,
of,
like he's
why?
like
That was kind of a big moment
and
that we skipped.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like he's like, you know, he wants to be like, I have to defend him, but this is Nire defending himself.
Yeah.
Nire
This
said
is
he
Sakura.
got it. I have to trust him to get
This
it.
is Sakura trusting his friends and his team, and
Yes.
this is Nire being like, look,
And that's him accepting that part that he actually can't do everything.
yeah, right. And
Yeah.
I think that is the culmination of the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was a
the
9 out of 10
character growth
episode.
that we've seen so steadily over the last 4 episodes that's really got
It pays
this-
off.
It pays off so much in this episode where
Yeah.
you see everything kind of coming together, and that's why I'm in agreement as well. Unanimous decision, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like even though we've had some weird episodes, this anime does a good job of progressing their characters.
Yeah,
Like they actually show growth.
yeah,
And even I think what we're going to get to is even though there's already established characters that may have hit their growth, I think we'll see more growth out of those established characters.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're
You
gonna
do.
see a lot more of like Suo and Nire, maybe get closer because if they are sparring, right, and then we might get more Sakura and Nire in the sense of like Sakura being like, look, like you were actually kind of pulling weight, like you know,
You just don't
I'm
get
proud of you.
that. You get like if there's more character development from even the out of those core 3 from even outside of Furin. The people out there's like the guy with the pink hair and the piercings. later down the road. He
Oh, I
gets
kind
more-
of figured we would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, like,
There's no way they would leave those characters behind.
the guy
Oh,
who
yeah.
grabs that one dude out of the air and just body slams him, Shugista.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get character development. Out of
Oh
him and
yeah,
stuff.
I assume everyone in the gang is gonna have like a
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
right?
They all, but it's not like how they all have their one overarching arc. It's all like just little by little, and you can
Yeah.
see it pay off,
Which I appreciate.
which is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, character focuses are good,
Yeah.
but if we can get everybody with a little bit as we see them progress, and we can point it out,
Yeah.
That's even better.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'd hate for it to be like 4 or 5 people have like the massive one, and then the other 6 are just like thrown to the side.
like Fire
that-
Force.
That I don't like.
Yeah, that's
I
literally
like
Fire Force.
across the board, everyone's like, we can do this.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of Fire Force,
Yeah, let's get into
Let's
it.
get into that.
That started off with Moonlight Mask coming to the rescue of
Just
Fire Station
the
8.
moment.
Fire
Thank you.
Station 8. He throws down with the White Clad by himself. By him, Sharon, fucking who I can't.
Almea.
Amaya, Dragon of all people, like everybody in the White Clad
The
is
arrow
coming
bitch.
at him, and Moonlight Mask is just like boom, boom.
Mr. Anderson over again.
He is Neo.
No, you know who he is?
Mr. Shinmon.
He's Mr. Because it's hilarious because he's like, I am Moonlight Mask, and I think Homegirl with the
Was
fucking
like, no, you're not.
yeah, you're fucking. I know.
He's like, the broom standards. That you're Benny Maru.
Yeah,
He's
you're
like, no. Just a moment. I am Moonlight.
Yeah, and then halfway through
Sailor
that,
Moon shows up and is like, "What are you doing?" No, I'm just playing. Sailor
and then halfway through that, he's like,
Tuxedo Mask.
I am Moonlight, and then someone's like, Shunmon, and he's like, motherfucker, can I
Moonlight Mask
can I
right now.
just get through my
Yeah.
monologue?
And like we get a little flashback of Benny Maru being like, "Well, what do we do? I can't just go. We just can't go in
And
there."
Yeah.
then he's like, Tire Gi the other
They're-
way.
yeah,
His general.
Yeah.
What was his general's name again?
Kondo? No, Konra?
Can you look this up? You're supposed to be. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be that guy.
You gave me 2 seconds. Just reference.
Mention the
he
character,
looks
look
so
it up.
Now you know the pressure of being back there,
Yeah.
dog. You got to be like on point.
Hurry
Oh.
up, Muslim Jamie.
Yeah. So he goes, why don't we just tie your gi the other way?
Yeah.
And then he's like, do I have to wear
And
this
you
mask?
have to keep it on.
Yeah. And he's like, you have to wear the mask too. And he's like, fine.
And let me wear
He's
the
not pleased
let
with
me
this.
wear the one that shows my eyes as well, with my big circle and a big X.
Yeah.
But I'm just Moonlight
Benny
Mask.
Moore would rather just go into this without the costumes, but he's like, I have to do this for my people.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has to do it for. Otherwise, Akasuka, right?
Yeah.
Akasuka, Asakusa would be in big trouble.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they
he's
do-
kind of doing this to be like, you don't know who I am. Shh, I'm in the
Yeah.
shadows. But everyone's like, you're fucking Benny Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best comedic part so far in this season, giving homage to Sailor Moon.
Mm.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're paying a little bit of respect there.
And then like everyone Dragon comes and he like says he's like, oh, there's a guy who's really strong here. And then Joker's like, yo, you're just messing around, man. He's like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
He was like,
And
hey.
then
Well,
he's like,
you went way too far ahead.
I-
You jumped because
I got excited
Yeah,
with
you-
the comedic moments.
you gotta chill, man. I got you. Okay, and our narrator's supposed to be like guiding us too, but I got this. Anyways, we go back. We're gonna go back a little bit because it cuts from their fight scene. It cuts to Captain Obi,
Oh yes.
Shinra and Joker.
Shinra, and Joker, and Obi's like, "What happened? Where's
No,
Burns?"
wait, no. Obi's still flexing
Yeah.
Yes.
to fight off the bugs. So we get one last pose of Obi. Just and Joker.
he hulks out.
Yeah, Joker throws the bugs. Sorry, throws his cards and cuts them. And then Obi goes,
I haven't seen this much muscle since Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
fuck.
Honestly,
Yeah, on one character.
yes. Since Dragon Ball Z, like I haven't seen that much muscle.
Yeah, so
get
then
ripped.
Obi finally goes, oh, thank you. I don't know how much more I can hold out. And then he's like, oh, Shinra, how's Burns? And then Shinra's just like, he's dead. And Shinra's just beats the shit.
yeah,
Shinra is beat shit. He's like, Burns, he's like kind of gone.
the
I
doppelganger took him.
I threw everything at this man
Mhm.
and I couldn't. And then he's like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not mistaken, Moonlight's mask summons his brooms and he's like, get on, we're fucking
Get the fuck out.
we're
of here.
going here. And then Joker
Get the hell out of
jumps
Dodge.
over, and then that's when he attacks Dragon, and he's like, okay, dude,
That's when you're thinking.
let's leave, please.
Love
and
it.
then not only that, he gets attacked by Hanma.
You guys are like 3/4 the way through the episode.
No, we're not. No, that was like the first.
yeah.
That was the
That
first
was the
bit.
first
Yeah, that's like
part.
the first bit though.
That yeah, you guys missed. So Benimaru is fighting the dragon, and he's hitting the II forms, and they also
Yeah, but we don't need to see the II forms.
no, I know. And Heg is talking about how the world is gonna burn soon. So she's gonna be basically she's saying that everything that
Well,
the
that's-
culmination of everything is about to go down.
Well, we were gonna get to that.
Yeah.
point. We were gonna get there.
Let me
The dragon
talk.
fight and the Moonlight Mask fight, sure, like that was kind of cool, but
No,
it wasn't.
I want to
significant.
point out though that Hanma, big black dude, and the
Cheryl.
arrow girl all attacked him, but then Hanma goes, he's using his heat in a 4 meter or like 4
Meter radius.
thank you 4 meter radius
His radius
around him. So
4
like
meters.
they couldn't hit him, and then he hops on the brooms, kicks it, and then that's when she goes, it's all good, because fucking Tim, Bob, Eric, Jim, Bill, and George were all fucking here, and then the other dude, so the 8 pillars were all in one place at the same time. The world will burn, and we will have
Yeah,
Lotum.
she's basically saying the plan is coming into place now.
Yeah.
Like everything's
Everything's
falling
coming.
Yeah.
into place.
She mentioned 7 people, and then said
Everything's
he
coming
was
up
also
Millhouse.
here, or they were also here. So
The
they didn't,
new one.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
mention the 8th, but we
Pillar.
have no idea who the fuck the 8th
Yeah.
is. Lotum.
a lot of 'em.
Well,
Yeah,
Lotum.
so they end up going back to Asakusa and reveals himself, takes off the mask.
Mr. Moonlight, and he's like, shut the
Yeah,
fuck up,
his
call me
country
back.
people, his fellow countrymen were like, "Moonlight Mask, it's you!" And he's like, "Shut up, it's me,
It's like,
Benny Moore."
Please call me Benny Moore. Again, super funny. I'll be like, Mr. Moonlight, and he's like, stop, please.
Yeah.
Just call me Benny.
And so Benny Moore is like,
What happened,
to
boys?
Captain Obi, "What the hell happened?
Inform me.
Tell me what went down." And Obi tells him everything.
Yeah.
And Benny Moore is like, "So what do we do from here?"
So
What do we-
now we have basically pseudo confirmation that the 8th and Benny are now one Fire Force.
Yeah, Benny found it a little bit hard for what Burns did. He found that hard to believe a little bit.
Yeah, because Obi, if I'm not mistaken, said that he like Marty'd himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, why would, Mr. Yokeman himself do that?
See, and that's where I think there's some I think Captain Burns has some weird play to this, man. What for the things that I was saying about him kind of playing both sides, I think there's a thing to that.
Because it also seemed like, too, in the fight, excuse me, in the fight, he wasn't fighting Shinra, he was testing him. He's
Yeah.
like, he said a lot of
'Cause
times,
I think if
he's
he
like,
wanted
look,
to kill him, he would have.
if you want to kill me, you have to get stronger. If you want to defeat everyone,
Yeah.
you have to burn harder and defeat me. Because I'm stubborn and I'm not going to fucking move. So move me, bitch. So essentially, that's what he did. So, like, I feel
He's
like
not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like Burns, there was like a weird play at hand.
Yes. And I think with what he's done, it has set. There's something that Burns has set up with all of this going on right now.
Him martyring himself has really kind of plucked the domino to kind of have an effect.
Yes.
Like
That's a great way of putting it.
Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely something going on that like I feel like in time will bloom into a holy shit.
Yes.
This is why
Yes.
moment.
So from there, it cuts to the Station 1's cathedral, and they are hosting a funeral
Lotum.
for Captain Burns. His general, the two boys, Hoyin and Karim. Hoyin and Karim can't believe what the hell just went down.
No.
They are having a hard time. They don't understand why Captain Burns did this,
Yeah.
but they do believe in him, and they think there's something more to it than what Burns wanted.
Because it
to
was
do.
his speech prior that they were like something's weird.
Something's wrong. Because
Yeah.
Captain Burns, he left them in a state where he was like, the future is yours now. You need to carry on what needs to be done.
And I'm sorry for being stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they need to carry on in his place.
Yeah.
And so they were like, it's not Kareem especially was like, it's not sitting right. Something is wrong, and I need to go back to where this all started for me.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what the
there's-
princess did too.
There's a small clip where when Burns is leaving, he's talking to the lieutenants and he's telling them,
Yeah.
hey, I'm leaving Squad 1 in y'all's hands.
That's what they just said.
Yeah, because Captain Burns literally built
Yeah.
Station 1 from the ground up and made it what it is.
Mhm.
He made sure that it got close to the church for a reason. And we kind of know the reason, because when he found out the whole raffle story and how his wife depicted that raffle was this person, but then when he came back, it was a different person, something was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Something was wrong. So Kareem is like, I'm going back. What was the princess's name again?
Hibana.
Hibana. She's dressed up in her priestess attire,
Her nun outfit.
her nun outfit,
Her sister outfit.
her sister outfit,
Is there?
all the same thing. Whatever. Thank you for correcting me 3 times.
It does cut, so it cuts to that right away to the background, the backstory on the church. So it gets that play by play
Saint
of that
Ruffles.
sketch.
You mean the convent that they go to?
Yeah, the Covenant, where they're basically heading and they're prologuing where Hibana and the lieutenants are going.
We get a nice little art transition too with it, which is kind of cool.
They talk about how there's like 110 sisters who were raised there and they didn't know each other, all that kind of stuff, and they were all named after flowers.
Yes. Thank you. That's where my notes kind of ended, by the way, because I got entranced into the freaking episode. I was locked in, dude.
I will say this episode just kept coming,
Yeah,
it
this
just kept
is-
going
this
and
is
going and going.
And so this is what I was talking
World
about.
world building. A lot of world building on
Yeah,
this one.
right. Okay.
World
I don't know
building.
what just happened there, but it threw
World
me
building.
off. But this is what I was talking about with you when I was like, there's where you're like, I don't know where this is going. This is what you said. And I was like, there's layers. Like, you'll learn what's going on. This is what we're talking about.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I just want, like, there's a lot of malaise in between that.
Fair.
Where it's just it could be weird and there's some weird stuff that goes on.
That's fair.
But at the same time, yeah, I see where you're coming from. This show can get interesting at times. This
Yes.
was definitely a big world building episode that was very interesting.
Yeah. And I feel like
The mystery in
just
the
a
show
little off
does
tangent.
really well.
As we move forward, we're it's gonna get. I feel like it'll get more serious rather than silly. Like there may be 1 or 2 comedic cuts and like the
You're not
lechery that happens with Maki or Tamaki, sorry. But it's gonna get more serious now. Like I think we're coming to a close.
You're right about that.
Yeah. Anyways, she gets there. She's with that mouthy dude who hits on all the women all the time, and was like, they get a weird comedic flashback because we know what's about.
Kishri?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
his name is
something like
Kishri.
that. And I was like, this is a setup because we're about to get dark. And every time when that happens, you know it's gonna get dark.
Yep.
And you know, she's like, hey, you're so ugly and you need to get a haircut. And Homeboy's
He's
like,
like,
Well,
love me.
there's the flashback of basically them back at Station 5, and he's the same dude is like hitting on another chick, and then Hibana catches him hitting on another chick, and she's like, You're
You're a loser.
a loser. And then she's like, get a haircut. And then it cuts back and he's gotten the haircut.
yeah. And so she's kind of like reminiscing about her time and place. First it actually cuts to her like praying to her fallen sisters. And she's paying respects to them because she realistically hasn't been there in a long time.
Oh God, no.
Since she left, basically.
Yep.
Right. So she's paying respects, and now she's like, I'm gonna figure out what the hell happened to you guys and figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So she goes in. We see her getting flashbacks of her time there. You know, meeting Iris for the first time, saying I'll protect her, like talking to the giant, the old sister lady too. Really,
Sister Samire.
yeah, and there's real big emphasis about them being named after the flowers because that's what they planted, and it keeps playing in her mind. Like this is a constant thing in this latter half of the episode of her just like, this is consistently like, there's something about this. There's something about the flowers that we're planting that's going on, the food that we're eating, the 3 square meals a day.
We did skip past a part. What happens is we're at the church and she's looking around and the 2 lieutenants show up, and those 2 lieutenants
That's
show up.
after.
No. They
No.
show up to bring, because she's looking for the nether
Yeah.
on her Apple Watch, and then they get down to the underground, the nether.
Yeah. And that's after though. Because they like because she's having all the reminiscence, and then she finds the altar,
Yeah.
and then she questions the altar,
And then that's when they come.
that's when the
behind her.
lieutenants show up.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were skipping forward to the next part.
No, but now I am.
Yeah.
Now I
'Cause
am.
you're starting to link the 2 things together.
Yeah. So like Karam and Hoyin are there. They're like, we're here to figure out what's going on too. And they're like, how are we gonna move this giant ass altar? And she's like, I'm gonna blast it with fire. And so she does, but then Karim freezes it and explodes that goddamn altar, and they find that it does lead down to another. They go down, they find this big section of like
Books about bugs and flowers and
8 pillars.
yeah, all the pillars are there, and then she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. And so Karim and Hoyin are like talking in the background about like what they're finding, but she's like her brain is just
She's kind of
going-
having like a panic attack.
Yeah, because she's trying to figure out, she's like, how is this all connected? She's
Well,
like the
that's-
bugs, the flowers.
That's
this,
exactly what she's
this,
doing. She's
this,
connecting everything.
Yeah,
right?
but like in sue of that, she's like half panicking because she's
Yeah.
like, wait.
It's
right?
like that Punisher thing. He's like, oh, no, wait.
Literally, no.
Yeah. And so like the flowers coming into her head, the 3 meals are coming in her head, and as
It really emphasizes the vegetables.
Yeah.
really big time. And so you can see it rapidly going faster, and then she figures out like what we're eating. The bugs were inside. That's the only thing that makes sense for the sisters that, or the nuns, I guess, that all caught on fire and turned into infernals. She was like, that's the only thing that makes sense. And she's like, holy shit, this has become a thing. This is where I lost my notes, so you're gonna have to carry on from here.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken,
You're pretty close to the end. They're starting to piece together that all this happens, and then the old
Condon
lady
was making-
Sumire,
Yeah.
she comes down.
Yeah, she comes out of nowhere.
She comes like down the stairs.
Right.
Yeah.
she's like, "Hi, Ibana, why are you here?" And she's like, "How the fuck are you alive?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
She's like, "What?"
because she thought she died, and it was like big shock. And the sister Sumari was like, and now that you are here and you're putting things together, you understand that like plants and bugs go together, right? And I was like, you creepy ass bitch, where are you going with this
Yeah,
shit? Where
and
you
then
going with this
and then
shit?
they add like a cool effect where like the screen is like is like still, but like she's like subtly shaking a bit,
yeah,
and I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. And like while the thing that we kind of miss is while Habani's like going through her stuff, it's just like glitching in and out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
because
Everything would turn red if it was like,
because it re-shows like the cutesy drawing of the covenant the sisters eating, but then it glitches to like a really dark like version of it.
You see the vegetables are all and fruits are like all like full and colorful, and then the glitch is like dark and it's gross.
Yeah, and then it shows one sister like eat, and then it like drops down, I guess, like into her stomach, and then like from the shadows like a bug
Yeah.
pops up, and that's when Hibana like gasps, and then the other 2 guys are like, "What? Like what? Did you find something?" Blah blah blah. And then she hears, "Oh, Hibana." She turns on and she's like, "Sister, I was like, how are you alive?"
Yeah.
And this might just be like me, I think she's like hallucinating.
I don't think so. I think it's that dude that can just morph people's faces. The dude who pretended to be Raffles. I think that's who that is.
Fair,
Because
completely
he
fair.
doesn't really go out too much. He only goes out when he needs to fuck with shit.
Oh
the guy
yeah.
with the A, like the
The weird looking
eyes.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he can transform his face into whoever he wants.
The water dude.
And that's why I think Sister Samira is.
Fair, completely fair. Yeah, yeah.
So this episode was kind of like lore packed for sure, especially in that latter half. I like where this was going.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8.5.
On top of that, the beginning fights, the impact frames were a lot better. The sound was actually there.
Yeah.
It's like they figured out like, oh shit, we forgot to turn the sound up on this one, guys. Next episode, we're gonna turn this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
last episode it wasn't there. It just wasn't.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8.5 or like 9.
I give it an 8.5 out of 10
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the story was really animated well this time.
Yeah. Great episodes, both of them.
Yes.
Both
Absolutely.
both back to back great episodes.
Both were in episodes.
Yeah, we're finally getting somewhere
Same.
with these
Yeah.
animes now,
Yes.
which is nice to see. And like whether it's sub or dub, it's kind of a big thing, and that's what we're getting into next.
Oh yes.
The last thing on our list, dubs versus subs. Now, where this is coming from, there was in the last couple of days, there was some information put out by a bunch of sites saying, according to a lot of streaming sites, animes are being watched more in dub than they are in sub. And they're like, and people are losing their minds over this shit again. They're like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is nobody watching it in subs instead of those gross dubs? And it's like, for me, I think the dubs have gotten a lot better. Like voice acting in dubs have gotten, like Solo Leveling, for example, the dude who voices Jinwoo, phenomenal job. Phenomenal job.
I'm about to rewatch it with Jane. Do you recommend it in dub?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good in dub.
Okay.
I'd say they're on the same level.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That dude does a wicked job. Wicked job.
Yeah, I was wondering because I know she likes watching dub more, but I didn't know if it was any good.
I'd watch it in dub.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I feel like where his voice acting like really shines is him versus the Egress for the first time. That fight is he just like the screams he hits are like very good, and just like his overall aura in the fight, you can tell he like really sent it in the
Yeah.
booth.
Like dub actors are definitely stepping up their game now. Like they want to show they can be on par, but I still don't think they're quite there yet because Some animes just aren't at that level quite
Yeah.
yet. I can count on my fingers how many animes I consider to be either better or on par with the Japanese dub.
Mhm.
You know,
Dragon
Bleach,
Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball, Full Metal,
Yeah.
Naruto.
So-
I mean, One Piece
Yeah.
as well. Like there's a bunch of them that are out there. I think the
Even
biggest
My Hero,
yeah.
pretty good dub.
and I think the biggest thing
Oh
about
god,
this,
I will pick English All Might versus that's an
They're
anime
both
where
good.
both are very
Yeah.
good.
No.
and what I think is contributing to this too is the simul
the simulcast.
yes, thank you, where they're dropping both English like at the same time. It's simul dubs as well.
Oh yes,
It's not
yes,
just
yes,
simulcast,
yes.
but simul dubs. They're dropping English and Japanese. with
So
it.
so the what I was kind of alluding to with this as well was in that article that I sent. The UK has the highest sub listening rate on Crunchyroll.
Wow, really?
At
UK?
only 44%. They are the highest country that listens to sub. Everywhere else is actually listening to way more dub. Even in UK, there's more people listening to dub, and they're the highest sub listeners.
Now, mind you, when they're talking about dubs, it's not just English dubs; it's other countries' language dubs. It's not the Japanese dubs, right? Which makes sense. Like people in Mexico, would they really watch it in Japanese? Probably not. They're probably going to want to watch it in their language.
Yeah, because they can't read English that fast. It's a lot of because like the
Whoa! What are you saying?
No,
what are
like-
you? No, hold on. Are you saying all of Mexico can't read fast?
No,
You literally just made a general statement about Mexicans. Dude.
no.
What the shit was that?
It came out wrong. It came out wrong.
the man just
Like
put a
the-
hit out on Mexico.
No, I'm saying like the younger kids. Like there's some that can't read like the sub fast.
I think that's most of the world where some kids just can't read that fast, dog.
No, I can read fast.
Anil, just take the L.
No way. I'm going on this grave now.
I think that's the wrong move to
Words
do.
to say, yeah, I know.
The wrong move. You should not die on that hill, dude. But yeah, it's not just English dubs, it's other country dubs is what they're talking about. Dubs in general around the world, they're not just Japanese that people they're preferring their own dubs over the Japanese language.
My bad, Mexico.
which is fair. However, like the Japanese dubs still they still hit those emotional moments really well.
Oh, yeah.
Like the depth that they have in their emotional moments is still far more unique than probably what every other country has, realistically. But at the same time, for me, if I'm like multitasking or like eating, I don't want to be like, oh shit, what did I miss? And then go back. You know what I mean? If I can hear it in my own language and understand what's going on, I'd prefer that.
I've grown so used to reading subs now that
I can't watch any show
actually
without a-
need closed caption in English
For subtitles.
for
yeah.
subtitles because I can't. There'll be sometimes when I'm watching something even in English,
I'll miss it.
and I'll miss it because either there's an accent or it just wasn't audible.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lot of dialogue that I'm like, I didn't even know that was said.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, for me, it's like when they say names. Like, what was that name or what was that title? I'd have to go back and just like read it at that point.
Do you guys do it also in games too? Like, do you have the subtitles
No.
on?
I have the subtitles on.
I do too.
I need
Yeah,
them on.
all the time now.
I
Yeah.
need them on. I can't. Because there's so many times where some voice line or dialogue will happen, and there's like a big boom or a big blast or some big sound effect in the back, and I don't know
Yeah.
what they said.
Or sometimes where like if you know there's a secret around and you can't find it, you walk over to a certain spot and your character says, "Oh, I think it's over here," but like you wouldn't catch that.
Right. But actually, I take it back. For some games I do, some games I don't.
Yeah.
It depends on the game. Like
I do it for all my
if it's a
games.
game where I'm being immersed in, where like I create my own character, I don't do dubs or I don't do subs.
Yeah. Like if you
Yeah.
played Claire, you would definitely have subs on
Yes.
for sure.
100%.
Yeah. But if I'm playing Doom, I'm like, I'm just gonna kill everything.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So
Shot at you.
So I just want to break down where you
How
guys
dare
are.
you.
Are you Coop? Are you a dub or sub person?
I listen to mostly sub.
Mostly sub. What about you?
Dub.
Dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subs.
Subs.
I can read fast. That's why.
I'm a dub guy too, but if there's no
Humble
option
brag.
for it,
I'll do sub.
I'll do the sub.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what it is in my brain, but it allows me to. There's a specific word for it.
Stupid.
No. Yes. No. Listening to
Cognitively
Japanese.
challenged.
Listening to Japanese allows me to suspend disbelief. That's what it was. It allows me to suspend disbelief a little bit more. I don't know why.
What, in English, he's like, Ichigo's real. Ichigo's real. You know that, right? Ichigo's
No,
real.
no. In subs, that's what I would say. Because in English, for me, because I speak English very fluently, when I hear somebody, even if it's slightly bad in the audio dialogue, immediately I'm off put. But in Japanese, even if the
okay,
dialogue is
wrong.
slightly off, I won't pick up on it because it's not my native tongue.
Right.
Because I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Mm,
Actually,
okay.
it kind of
That's
depends on the
kinda
anime
fair.
too. Like To Be Hero X.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it in Japanese because they had multiracial people.
To be fair, you gave it 2.5 seconds.
No.
It was a sentence.
No.
And you're like, I'm good. I was like,
That's all I needed.
They're like,
look, I'm that
Konnichiwa.
confident in my-
I'm not going to let this go. I'm sorry. You were like, let's change it. Not too bad. I was like, wait, what? We didn't even get it.
This is the epitome of you trying to like take somebody out to try new food and they just like tongue it and they're like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's like ramen Indian food.
Like a toddler.
It's like butter chicken. No, I'm good.
Ew.
It's the most whitest Indian food you can get.
True.
Oh, damn.
I'll go dub, but if there's no dub, I'll rock sub.
Fair.
It's
I
yeah,
inherently go sub.
Fair.
Unless it's like for the OG stuff, then I'm like Dragon Ball Z dub,
easy. That's an
Yeah.
easy dub.
Bleach dub.
Ah, man. No, man. Fuck. Sean Shamala
Sean
hits
Shamala
it.
all the way.
Christopher Sabat hits it.
Vegeta's Final Flash.
Hey, I will say the sub for Bleach, my goodness, my brain is fried. The sub for Bleach is so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No, no.
Yeah,
It-
we're not
arguably,
saying it's not
they're-
bad.
yeah,
It's just a
they're
preference.
great.
See, that's
They're
an
both
anime
great.
I would put dub and sub on the same level.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's the same thing
for
with like Hunter
sure.
x Hunter
Yeah,
as well.
I wouldn't say it exceeds it. It's on the same
Hunter
level.
Hunter, I'd say it's the same.
Same.
Yeah,
Yep.
easy
100%.
same.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
like it
oh
in the
yeah. Oh
dub.
yeah.
No,
I think we.
I mean, that's fair. That's
yeah.
that's
I
your
watched,
opinion.
Yeah, I watched both. I've watched both through full through
Same.
in sub and dub, and both of them are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple times too. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
Right.
I'll alternate between like
When
I'll,
I
You
will-
go one screen dub, one screen
no,
sub.
like I'll do a full watch through of Hunter x Hunter in one language, and then a few months will go by, and I'll watch it again in a different language.
When I was doing
Yeah.
my full through, I'd go like a couple episodes dub, couple episodes sub, because both were just very good.
I hate that inconsistency. That bothers me so much.
yeah.
It shouldn't, but it
I
does.
saw,
Do you
I
guys-
saw like from
do
the
you
corner
guys
of his,
know
I saw
that
like this
next
should go
week-
down.
Next week we actually have the Crunchyroll Awards.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's on.
The Anime
I believe
Awards are
it's,
happening.
it's the 24th. So it's in 1 week. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So we
Cool.
have some cool stuff to talk about next week.
Sick. We get to see who the winners are.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be. I swear to God, if it's solo leveling for the first season, I'm gonna lose my shit because I feel like it doesn't deserve it. Like it was good, but there's better options.
Don't look at him.
I agree, but I know it's gonna be
I
solo
hope not.
leveling.
I hope free run sweeps.
No, I don't think that will happen.
That would be my dream.
Yeah,
That would be my dream as well.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think if Freerun sweeped the whole, it deserves it. Rightfully, it's beautiful. It's one of the most well written stories that I've seen in a long time.
and I feel like this was a good comeback from Madhouse too.
huge.
Yeah, because
Huge.
like they've been kind of weird since the second season of One Punch Man, but free run I think brought them back.
This is gonna be the greatest. It's gonna solidify if recency bias is the biggest thing.
Absolutely. I'm
In-
with you on this because
yeah.
I think what's happening with this is people watch Solo Leveling 2 and are going to associate their votes with the first season because of that. That's exactly what I think too,
it's
man.
a recency bias
Yep.
because even if like
100% agree.
solo leveling the first season didn't get anywhere near the views that solo leveling season 2 did. Solo leveling season 2, there was so many more viewers who had just watched season 1,
Mhm.
so they're gonna correlate season 1 and season 2
yeah.
together, and you're gonna.
I
see
like that we're on the same page with this. I
don't.
really
Yeah,
do.
it's-
Because I feel like a lot of people will be like, no. It wasn't.
Because
Solo Leveling season 1 was not the greatest right off the
thing
rip.
is, we go through these episodes like every week by week. We did it for solo. We did it for and we did it for free run. And both of them. No, did we do it for free run? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Nope.
We did, right?
No, we never watched. We watched free run on our own
Oh,
time.
we
But you
did.
guys
We
talked
never
about
wa-
it once in a
Yeah,
while.
we talked about it once in a while on the pod. But
Yeah, it's-
it was such.
it's
a
like
good
Shangri-La.
anime. It really is like Shangri-La. But I mean, what I would argue way better because it's just the art style is so good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
absolutely.
good.
Anyways, that's a wrap on episode 116. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Realistically, though, you don't have to. You watching us is just enough. We appreciate you
Please
watching us.
share. Please share.
And yeah, please share this with friends and family if you like what we're doing. Or if you don't like certain things about our videos, please tell us because we'd like to get better.
Please.
Yeah.
It's
Let
free.
us know.
It's free.
Yeah. Big dog.
And we're also on Spotify too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Check us out on our other socials, Instagram, X. We got all those. there.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're on TikTok. I forgot we're on TikTok. I forgot about that.
We're actually on a lot of stuff, and you can see you'll probably see a lot of clips. Go watch our shorts on YouTube. A lot of cool stuff coming out. Thank you guys for watching.
Bungie, credit your goddamn artists. Woo woo! Peace.
Later.
Haters.
Alligator.